We're rocking and rolling with Gary Rocker Hart. Gary, how are you, brother?
Good yourself, my brother.
It's good to hear from you. I'm doing good.
Yeah, thanks for the invite here, man. This is
Yeah,
great.
we're gonna talk. I threatened to do this. We did a chorus of people. Remember, if they haven't, go check it out. We did an episode of Paradise City together, my '80s rock and talk radio show. Back on episode 205 in the archives, mixcloud.com. Search Paradise City. Gary Rocker Hart was my guest there. We talked all things about your nickname and your music at the time and what you were doing. But we threatened it back then. We talked to you in long form, and here you are now. We're going to do it. Full long chat with you.
Full
Can't wait.
on chat. Here
Full
we
on
go.
chat. So let's start off at the beginning then. So let's talk about your name. Of course, Rocker Hart is how you go by professionally. Tell me how you. It's an interesting story, and it's basically how your music career kind of started a little bit, or how you got interested in the
Yeah,
guitar.
so
Talk to me about your
yeah,
nickname.
yeah. So where Rocker Hart came from actually is back in school because I used to bring a guitar to a gymnasium there, and you know, playing out some guitars in the
Yeah.
gymnasium, and then people just started calling me Rocker. Hey, Rocker. Hey, Rocker. Hey, Rocker. So
Because you were the guy
I
with the
kind of kept
guitar.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of kept that name for a long time now. So what the heck? So I use it all the time, so people know who I am, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. When was your did you have a band back then in high school? Or were you just noodling around on the guitar? Like
Yeah,
what
more
made you
just the noodling around, more just noodling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I started like more like online stuff with some, some really good musicians and stuff. So I started doing music that, and then next thing you know, I have about like 6 or 7 projects on the go. So,
Yeah. It's
so yeah,
crazy.
lots on the go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when I first met you, when you came on my radar, was with the radar was with the band Synthia with an S, Synthia, and we played your music back then on Nobody's radio station and stuff like that. But before that, like, how did that band come together with you and Allison? Like, what were you doing before that all came together?
So I was doing that actually. I started or I was doing Heart and Bows before that
Before
came
Cynthia,
along.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. Even before that, there's I did Black Sword with Lauren Reed and Steve Carter. So Steve Carter was on the vocals, but we created Black Sword back then. And
God, I
then
didn't even know about that band. I don't think I
yeah,
did. So tell me
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's you'll find that same thing on Facebook. You'll find our audio too on all platforms, musical
Okay,
platforms. Yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
to check that
So
out.
yeah.
So how did that come about then? Like, where did you get started meeting with these people, and how did you kind of transition
So
to that?
Lauren and I did some music back in the day because I was on this site called Exposure, where I met
Okay.
a lot of really interesting musicians. Because I did a solo album before that, just myself, just with the name Gary Hart,
Oh wow.
and the album's called Shining Through. And anyway, I started that personal project, and then I started uploading to this site called Exposure, and then I started meeting some really interesting musicians, and Lauren Reed was one of them. Ron Bose is actually another one.
Right.
So yeah, so and then we just started collabing on some music, and next thing you know, so Lauren and I did so we put Black Sword together, and we got Steve Carter to do some singing on it. And then after that, yeah, then I contacted Ron Bose, and then we got 2 albums out with him. So yeah,
Yeah, Hart and Bose. Yeah, now he's a little further away, so all the way in the UK. So how did you connect with him through the Exposure site?
same thing through Exposure.
Did
Yeah.
he just find your music and said, "Hey, I want to sing on that. I want to play
No,
on that"?
actually,
Now
I
it's
approached him. Hey, Ron, you want to do some tunes? And he said,
okay.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So I wrote a couple of songs, sent it to him, and he would write all the bass, and he did all the lyrics, and he would sing on it.
Yeah,
So
that's amazing. And you guys
yeah,
did 2 albums now. Is that correct? Hart
two
and
albums
Bose.
now. Yeah, we have another one that's partially just about there for number 3.
Okay,
But yeah,
nice.
it's yeah. So and I'm working on a new video because we have a song called Mississippi Girl. So I got a new video that I'm working on for that because it's one of my favorites that we've
Nice.
done together.
Not
So
Mississippi Queen. This is just the Mississippi Girl. It's gonna be
this
good.
is Mississippi Girl.
Mississippi
Yeah.
Girl. Oh, I
So yeah,
love it.
I'm
Have
working on a video right now for it actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
can't wait to
should
see
be out
that when
very
it's done
shortly.
too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got a lot going on.
Lots going
You
on.
you guys have never played a live gig together at any
Not
time,
like
have you?
Gabe's, but like I said, because I guess too with the pandemic and everything that came through, we just started writing music, and then yeah, we
Mhm.
just started putting it together, put albums together, and then started releasing. So yeah, those are tight times. Nobody was going out to venues and stuff
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
true.
at the same time, that's how I created Synthia too. So that's what happened there.
So did Cynthia, did
Oh,
you have something in mind for that? Like who you wanted to sing on? Did you want a female singer? Of course,
I did
Allison.
want a female singer. I wanted to
Okay.
try some female singers, and yeah, so I hit up Allison,
Yes.
bugged her
The
for a
former
little
guest of Paradise City too.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bugged her for a little while, and eventually she went for it, and yeah, basically history. And yeah, we just released a new song, as you know of. So yeah, still alive and rocking. So yeah, you can
Yeah.
find that too on my Facebook page.
That was kind of out of the blue too, as well too, because I remember talking to her on Paradise City back when she was on, and she said she was looking to see what you were doing. You were kind of busy with other projects, so you didn't really you weren't doing Cynthia
Yep,
for a while, and then all of a sudden
yep.
it came out. So how did you? For a while, you took a break from Cynthia. You were doing other things. I think
Yeah, well,
Skylith.
she was busy too as well. So
Yeah.
there was a time period too where she was busy.
Right.
Um, and then yeah, so I just continued another project that I started with somebody else in Mexico, which is Rachin Espinoza. So
Oh wow.
we started to say, hey man, let's just see what we can do, and we started playing with it. And next thing you know, now we're on our fourth album.
Oh my God, they just come out like
Yeah,
this, boom, boom, boom. You're a very creative person. You have a lot up here or in your fingers and your fingertips
yeah,
that you
yeah.
just got to
I
get out.
just something
Yeah.
gets out, so I did that. So I started doing that. And in between all that too, I wanted to say, okay, let's try something a little different. And I did Paris and Hart, which is
Yes.
more like just more your basic, like your rock, but not as it's nothing any heavy, more pop rock than anything, right? Just
Okay.
wanted to try a different avenue, and we have 6 songs out, so yeah.
How
So
would
and
you?
she's from New York, and she's from New
She's from New
York,
York.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
same thing, yeah. And she used to promote some of my music, is how I
Oh,
know her,
okay.
and
Not from
then
exposure.
yeah, not from
Not from
exposure. This
exposure.
was
Yeah.
something else, yeah,
Something
yeah.
else. Yeah.
And then yeah, we just started making music from there.
I want
So
to ask you about your creative process for this. It's very fascinating. So you have all these projects as you just ran off that people can check out for sure, and there's some a couple I didn't remember or know about. How would you describe, I guess, when you're writing? Do you have an idea like, okay, I'm writing for this project now, I'm writing for this project now, or do you just write and then try to fit it later what you think would work in a different
yeah,
project?
so yeah, depending on what I'm doing, because like I said, different styles. Like again, Heart and Bowl is more your southern rock kind
Yes.
of type of music, so I try to keep to that flavor when I'm,
Right.
you know. And Synthia too, it's more like the synthesizer driven type orchestra, gothic
Operatic music kind
blends.
of thing.
Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of blends in there. And so when we took a little break from that project, then I created the Skylith, which is
Yes.
the same idea but a little different in guitars. Some of it's really heavy, some of it's not as heavy, and it's got yeah, it's got more like a lot of harmonies and stuff into it. So same thing. We use synthesizers. Sometimes we'll skip the synthesizer and we'll just replace those just with guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because you're
yeah.
a guitarist at heart, obviously, rocker. That is guitar
Absolutely. So,
from
oh
school days
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Never be a song out like anyway without me, with at least my guitars on it, hundred
Yeah,
percent.
you weren't
So
bringing keyboards around at the high school. You weren't bringing
no,
drum
not
sets. You
back
weren't not back
then.
then. That'd be
Yeah,
funny.
not back
You
in the day.
could. People have
Yeah,
done it, I'm sure, especially in the '80s. We're talking about the '80s, '90s, right? So yeah,
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I love the '80s music. So I
Okay.
still you can hear a lot of hints actually.
Yes,
You can hear a lot of the '80s influence, and I think I'll still always be like that. I mean, I try to create some newer techniques into it, some just,
like a
but I'll
modern
always
update.
have that '80s type of
So,
flavor
yeah,
into it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's just my thing, you know.
Have you ever thought about? I know you have enough projects on the go. I'm not going to try to suggest you do another one, but have you thought about making like a straight ahead '80s? Maybe it doesn't have to be rock, but just a really like deep '80s sounding project or anything like that.
Yeah,
Across your mind?
I would love to venture into that kind of thing. Again, that's kind of
Find the
sort
right
of my
singer, find
style
the right
anyway.
person.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
always game for that type of creation, you know.
yeah.
So yeah. So and then that's what I said. So when I go to write on these different projects, is it's just a matter of what the feel is at that time. But I do get a good go of especially the Skylith. I get a good go at that. I just have ideas coming out all the time. And two, with the Skylith project, it's more like your fantasy type of songs, right? Like your
Like
Kate
lyric
Speeds.
content, like
Yeah,
fantasy lyrics.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Like storytelling and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
more storytelling. Yeah, exactly. So, and yeah, so we keep to that kind of flavor. We thought of like, we can do some more modern, maybe more modern life, but I don't know, for some reason we just keep going back to the fantasy, and I like it. Be honest with you, I really like it, and it opens up the book to for writing and stuff, right? So
You
yeah.
work with you work exactly. You sorry to cough. You work with so many different artists as we mentioned too, and there's so many people in these different projects, all with different personalities, different tastes, different musical skills on their own. Have you ever brought different I guess songs or ideas to different projects and they say, "Oh, that's not really going to work," or "I can't really do that." Do you ever have kind of that back and forth a
Not
lot?
really, because the guys I usually work with, they're all flexible.
Right.
They have nothing. There's no like, oh, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. We're more like, okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens, type of
They're
thing.
open their game to kind of try
Always
different ideas,
open.
kind of
Always open.
expand the horizon
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Since you're kind of local with most of the people, I do believe, well, Allison and yourself are here for Synthia. Have you ever played a show with Synthia so far in all the years?
I haven't. I haven't. No. No.
Is
Again,
there?
a lot of it's like I said, is a lot of it's studio based
Right.
music that I do. So yeah.
Do you have any plans to do anything live at all in anytime?
Nothing coming up unless problem is some of the venues too. They're not as popular as they used to be.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking
like
about
you're
here in
going
Ottawa.
like I'm
Yeah.
not like
Well,
not
we
lying.
lost one. We
You're
lost.
going out to venues and there's 10,
Yeah.
15 people, right? So is it really worth like
I
there's a
know.
lot of practice time that you got to achieve,
And we
to
lost the Brass Monkey here too for people in
that's
Ottawa. We lost
correct.
that, which is terrible because it's one of the
That's
that's one of the
correct.
major ones that have a
Yeah,
lot of major national tours come through there. Like
that's right.
that's too
That's right.
bad. So
Yeah.
stuff like that is a bad
Which is
sign.
too bad. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sad, but
that's a bad
it is
sign.
what it is. But I mean, the end of the day, I still love making music. So if I have to record and release it, like again, I'm very happy doing it.
Yes, it seems like you are. There's a lot
Yeah.
going out there too, and it's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for
So I want to
sure.
talk to you about something else about that, which is part of the music, is that the artwork that you do for these different projects. There's so much stunning artwork that I believe you create from scratch. Like you are the artist behind all this stuff. You make it happen, whatever tool you use.
Yeah,
Talk to me about the different artwork and what kind of inspires you to do this, and how that part of your creativity works out.
yeah. Well, I've been kind of like an artsy kind of guy since I was a kid, and so I just take today's stuff and I just keep blending pictures and stuff together, and I come
Mhm.
up with the artwork that comes for it. And then now, of course, with today's AI generation, so now I take my pictures. Now you can turn them into like videos and stuff, which is
Mhm.
just adds a little traction to the song, right? So that's the thing as I do now. So and I still continue doing it. I love doing it. Like playing with artwork.
Yeah.
So
How
goes
do
with the
you?
creative side.
Yeah, exactly. It all brings together. You're creative for art, for making music, for
Yeah,
making songs, and then
yeah, yeah.
whatever those songs, the songs you're making kind of dictate the creativity or the direction of the art that you're making. Like you'll make a piece of art that's based around the song or the lyrics that you're working on.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. That's how it's this. I come up with a. Usually, that's how I start. I start with a title. As soon
The
as I have a
title of a
title, oh,
song.
yeah, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So I start playing with a chorus. As soon as I hit the chorus, like I just write a little something for the chorus. As soon as I have that pinned down, the rest of the song's pretty much in history.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Now you work with a
So
lot of different singers too, variety of singers, male and female. Do you write the lyrics for these projects too, or do they input?
some of them I do, and some of them I don't.
Okay.
George with the Paris and Hart one, uh, Georgia would write pretty much most of the lyrics. I did help her on a couple of songs
Right.
just to get the flow going. But she, for the most case, she did it. Ron Bose does all his own.
Right.
Ron does, yeah.
I got that
I do
impression
all the
too.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And same with well, for Synthia, mostly Allison does her own.
Okay.
And then for the Skylith, obviously I do it. So yeah, and that's
That's
how it's
that's awesome.
yeah.
You have a couple projects, of course, Heart and Bows, which has your name in it. Then you have Paris and Heart, which has your name in it too.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of having? Not it's just funny. Have you ever thought of having all these projects with your name in each one? Like, what made you choose some of these for, I guess, the main other person and yourself, and some of the projects have an actual band name. What made you decide on the names of these projects? How did those come about?
Yeah, so we didn't have like I just basically because I'm working with that artist, we just took their last names and kind of
Right.
combined them together. Yeah. So, and that's
Because that felt right for that specific project versus actually
100%,
like for you and
100%.
Ron, how come you guys didn't come up with a name? What made you choose Heart and Bows?
Yeah, we just ended up with Heart and Bows, and we kind of said, well, you know what, it's different. It's kind of unique.
Yeah.
I think, I think the
The,
name
the
kind of
two the
stands.
two names work together so well, Heart and Bows. I don't know why. Well, Heart and Bows, you think of ribbons and hearts. You know what I mean? If that's maybe your way of thinking, but that's my way of thinking. Like,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
No,
Heart
I
and
don't know.
Bows is
It
very
just kind
beautiful,
of,
actually.
yeah. Well, like I said, it was one of those, hey, this kind of works out.
Yeah,
So
they sound great
we left
together.
it
Like
like
Heart,
that.
it could be a restaurant, it could be a shop, it could be a Valentine's Day gift, or it could
That's
be
right.
a
Yeah.
rock and roll band. It's awesome.
Yeah. And Ron's such a cool dude too.
Yes,
So
he is. Yeah,
yeah,
fortunate to talk to
yeah,
Ron, and yeah, he's awesome. He's a fun guy.
he's a good dude. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. He's a lot of
Harrison
fun
Hart.
too, to write music with.
Yeah, yeah, for sure he is. He sounds
Yeah.
well, for sure, from
Yeah.
what I can tell. And for Paris and Hart too, same thing. You thought instead of having a
Same
band
thing. Yeah, we
name,
just took
our
our last
names
names and
work
kind of
together.
combined it together. Yeah. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you suggest the band names for the other projects that you had, or did band members collaborate with you, like for Synthia or for Skylith? Like the,
Cynthia, yeah.
I mean,
I
since
can, well,
Synthia, that kind of worked
that
out
one
like
was
that, right?
sticking out. Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
sticking out to me since actually school, like
Really?
in school
Wow.
days. That one I kind of kept with it, and then finally I had a chance. Oh, here's a good name to use. I've been kind of wanting to use it for a long time. So for that, yeah, yeah. And then for yeah, definitely for Skylith, Ratch and I came up with that one.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my buddy from Mexico.
Yes. Go with the collaboration there on the name.
He's in, like, he's world class guitar player himself. Plus he produces music for all like Mexican bands and stuff like that. All the heavy metal, death metal stuff down there. He mixes them
Okay.
up.
Wow.
So yeah, very very awesome guy, and I'm very fortunate that I can count myself lucky to even be in his corner, and he helps me out. And yeah, his mixing quality and everything's fantastic. So
You
yeah,
might have
and
already.
we've been doing music for like
Yeah.
he mixed all the heart and bows.
Oh, did he?
Paris
Since
and
day
Hart.
one?
He
Yeah.
does. He
Since day
mixes
one.
them all.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he'll play bass. He'll do the leads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
so
really
he
awesome.
he does the leads definitely in the Synthia and the Skylith stuff. And yeah, like I said, top notch musician.
No, that's amazing.
You're not getting any better than that. Like, he's just phenomenal. Yeah.
That inspires you too to also want to create.
Oh,
something.
it
You're
sure
working with
does.
your game
does.
too, does it not? I would assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I have to pick it up another level, right? I try to do the best I can because, like I said, you're playing with these kind of guys. They're like I said, world class musicians as far as I'm concerned, and yeah. So I have to try to make sure I'm on.
You're on your game, and you practice and rehearse, and you try to find new. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Ideas or something new,
Like the
ideas or
rhythms
fresh
and stuff.
refuge you can.
That's
you can
right.
find.
But I mean, my rhythms are my rhythms, so like you
Yeah.
can hear so you can tell it's me playing, right? And that's
Yes, yes, we
the
can.
whole-
Yeah.
yeah. So I have my own signature, whether you like it or not. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
So I like it very much. Thank you for thank you for asking. So let's talk about that then. Where does that come from you? Your inspirations. Where do you think that came? Obviously, you were born rocker. You brought your guitar to school all the time.
Yeah,
What hit
yeah,
your
I was
earliest
like-
memory?
I
I
was
guess
a-
of where this kind of like hit you, the rock. vibe?
Yeah, I was more into, like I said, bands like Wasp, Rat, George Lynch, of course. He's my idol. That's my guitar idol.
What I hear. Yes, he is.
And,
You met him. Had a cool story about meeting him.
and I did met him in person, and it's one of those. Thank God he was a cool dude.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah,
That's
when
why I
you
was
meet
scared
your-
to meet you.
Absolutely, because
You're
when
not
you
bad.
meet your heroes, oh yeah, when
Exactly.
you meet your heroes, you're like, please,
Yeah.
don't be a knob, right?
Yeah,
Come on,
don't
right?
be an asshole.
And he was like
Yeah.
down to earth, awesome guy. Yeah.
Tell me how that came about. Like that, where you saw him? Was it here in Ottawa during a tour? Like
You're in
where did you see
Ottawa,
him?
but yeah, that was
What band was he with? Was it Lynch Mob?
No, it was just Lynch Mob. Yeah,
Nice. Do you know
Just
what year
Lynch
that
Mob.
was?
That was about. Yeah, I'm thinking about 7-8 years ago, and I can't remember. I know it was downtown. It was on one on the side.
Oh, was
one
it the
of
Bourbon Room or?
It was something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it when you were on Paradise City too. I think we had a whole story because we played some Dokken at the time, so I'm pretty sure you mentioned this story. But yeah, just for people who
Yeah.
never heard that, it
Yeah.
was a meet and greet after the show, right?
Oh yeah. Right after the show, and then I guess you can do a meet and greet.
Yep.
And then I said, "Well, here's my chance to meet my idol." So yeah, definitely met him, and big inspiration all my life. Just his tones, his techniques and stuff. He's just fantastic kind of guy. So yeah,
How
my
much
kind of
time-
guitar player for sure.
Yeah, for sure. How much time did you get with him to spend with him?
We got about I'd say about 15, 20 minutes.
Wow. Good
Yeah, it
time.
was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like I said, it was no rush. Tech, how you doing? Asking about all kinds of things. I asked him, hey, you still doing, docking? And he was still doing that and projects, so yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what else did you talk to him about your guitar playing? Did you ask him for any like maybe tips?
No,
Did
I
you
didn't.
like
I did. Of course,
yeah. Did
oh
you
my
mention
God,
your guitar player?
starstruck.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah. Did you mention your guitar player?
He noticed the necklace. He said, "Oh, you play guitar too?" I said, "Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
do play. I have a bunch of different projects on the go." And I was telling him, so yeah, he was pretty
That's
cool.
really
Oh, keep
cool,
going,
yeah.
keep going. That's how you do it, right? So
Yeah, well, he's the king of different projects on the go. He should be your idol, 6 different bands. Like him and Mike Portnoy. Like, I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's probably where you took your inspiration from. I'm gonna be in 1,000 bands, just
That's
just like
right.
my
That's
idols.
right. Yeah, yeah.
When you brought your guitar to school back in those days and you were newly around with the guitar and people called you rocker, did anybody at the time, I guess, did anyone else that you knew play other instruments? Did anyone ever jam with you? Did you have any jam bands in high school kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, we played. I played around with a couple other lads, just messing around with stuff. Met up with some drummers and stuff. But it was all again pretty young when
Hmm.
we were doing that. So yeah, we'd go to their house. They would come, they'd go to my house, and we'd just play around for a little while. And then yeah, for the longest time, I just did that. And then like I said, back in 2007, then at that time, then I released my own personal project. It was one of the goals that, okay, let me start actually see if I can actually write my own music.
Right.
So I like playing originals more than anything. Like I'm not a huge fan of the covers, but I love playing originals, coming up with ideas. Being the creative person that I am, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that too, with all your musical, like your love of the 80s and the music and the stuff that inspired you. I was wondering if maybe you'd ever played or recorded anything like a cover at some point, anything professionally recorded as a cover. Did you ever
I
play or
didn't.
dabble in that?
That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing I got to say. Was never a cover person.
Have you
Never.
thought about that now here in later years? Maybe because I'd love to hear your take on some of those songs, some of those bands you mentioned too. Like I'd love to hear you tackle. I maybe you
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
nervous about it, but I hear you
It's,
tackle a
it's,
Lynch solo.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's never crossed my mind to be honest,
Maybe
because
a little kiss of death, a little something.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's never really crossed my mind because I'm so busy doing originals,
Which
and
is
I got a
amazing.
lot of projects to keep me going. So that's the kind of like the furthest thing in my head. I'm always getting geared up for, oh, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? So as I'm cooking one song, I'm working on another, kind of getting some ideas, right? So yeah,
Which
yeah.
one? And so it's like asking you to choose your children, which I don't want to ask you to do. But basically, you do these projects. But which one do you feel, if you can say, the most connection with musically? Like, which project do you feel like is the most representative of
Ooh,
you, of rocker?
ooh, that's tough because I like two styles of music. I also love like the southern, rock,
Yeah,
throwing some little heavier mixes in it, which is the heart and bows. But I also I don't know, it's hard to say. And I like the female power vocals type
hmm
of thing. That's always been a thing for me. So so the Synthia and the Skylith, that's why to me those are great projects to play in. But to pick one, to say which one, I don't, because I love them all, right? So
Or which one takes a lot more of your time? Like you spend more time. Because I know with Cynthia, that's like I said, that's how we connected first. We connected through that band, through your
yeah,
music with that.
yeah,
At the time, before you got busy doing other projects and it took a little bit of a hiatus, you guys were releasing a lot of music at the time. Like there was new songs, new music, new albums coming out quite a bit. So that seemed like that was your focus for a while, and
it
then other
was.
projects took the side.
Yeah.
What made Cynthia, I guess, your main focus at that time before you
Well,
stepped
the
away?
Synthia too is because now we introduced like keyboards, orchestra type of music. So it did take a little longer, right?
Hmm.
Obviously, some of those tracks are like into the 30s, like 30 tracks to produce some of
Wow.
that stuff. So yeah,
For those that
so
don't know, that's in the studio. That don't know what you're talking about there.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That's a
So
lot to do that. Like everyone thinks,
it
oh, you do
is.
the track and you're done, one and done. But that's not how you build a song in the studio. That's why it doesn't sound quite the same in live. You know what I mean? It's not
That's
multi-tracks,
right. That's right. There's so much
vocals or
behind.
otherwise. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah,
yeah,
there's so much behind the scene that a lot of people don't see. There's a lot of hours put into it.
yeah.
And so if I get a few likes, like it gets me excited, right? Oh,
Yeah.
somebody liked it, and that's all that matters to me more
That's
than
all you can
anything.
do right now, especially in this day and age, and as
Yeah.
we move further and further away from the original days of the record labels and stuff. That's all you can do.
That's
You can
right.
do anything to get your music out there. Put it on YouTube, put it on a streaming platform, and then hope that someone will connect with it and tell someone else. And that's really the best you can get at this point. And that's what everybody's doing. Big bands, small bands, no bands. That's what they're doing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, and that's, like I said, that's why I just keep writing music and I just release them. That's like I said, more studio musician than anything these days, but I love it. That's my thing. And why not keep doing what you love to do?
Doing what you
So
love. Yeah, you never work a
yeah,
day in your
so
life if you love what
unfortunately,
you
yeah,
do.
fortunately, there's no money in it on my end, but certainly spending on it. But
Yeah, well, there you go.
to
So I
get
got
anything
two.
out of it,
Well, there that brings up two questions too. So I'll go backwards with the first one part of that. So when you decided to do your first solo album, which was I guess your first professional project, right?
yeah,
Shining Through.
yeah.
What made you decide at that point? Hey, I'm going to like you. I know in the background you have a real job. Everyone has a real job that you don't have to bring up if you don't want to. But everyone has a day-to-day job that pays the bills. And you
Correct.
probably knew at that point you had to have one to support your music career. But what made you decide to even do music professionally versus just noodling around and playing? What made you decide to finally make it a professional gig, even if it was a side hobby?
Yeah, it's just something I wanted to do. Like that was a bit of like a personal thing for myself. Once I did my first album, I was like, geez, I think I can do another one, but I think I can do better.
Yeah,
And every
improve
project I
upon.
try to do, I just try to pick it up and like a little better, a little better, a little better. And to be quite honest, I'm kind of hooked on it. So when it comes to writing like different songs and stuff, now that's all I want to do is just, oh, I was okay. What can I do for the next one? What can I do for the next one? So I always try to, push the boundaries as much as I could.
Yeah, and it just grew from there,
And
obviously.
it just grew from there.
Yeah,
To today, like I've been playing for a long time now. So like I said, like I'm really starting to, get into it and more.
sorry, I lost
Okay,
you there
let's
for a second. It kind of cut out. What was that last thing?
Yeah, so like back in 2007, it was more like, okay, this is where starting to get the fever of this
That's
thing.
when you first started, right?
Yeah.
2007.
To restart recording. Yeah,
To start
that's when I
recording.
started
Yeah,
buying
yeah,
my own recording gear and everything into my own studio. So
yeah.
built
Now
my
that's
own
just
little studio. And
yeah, and that's the second part of my question too. Is how did that evolve your studio wise, your equipment, like from 2007 till now? It's almost like wow, it's almost 20 years ago.
yeah,
How did that evolve, basically?
yeah. So basically there too is technology's changed. So back then you used to have the bigger gear.
Yeah,
So you would need like
bigger
twice.
space, bigger room, no
Oh,
room.
and I did like the house I was living in. I actually split the basement in half, and I would put a drum
Wow.
kit and everything into there. And so that after a while, I moved from that location into something else, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do with all this gear?
Yeah,
Right?
it's a
It's
lot.
either
It's a lot.
rebuild again, but again, today's technology, you can really pare it down. So now I got to pare it down. I still got my Marshall stacks and everything,
Mhm.
in case I ever decide, oh, I want to go back out playing live or anything like that. But today's technology is great, and everything's just based off of plugins and everything else. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. So you can definitely save on the space. But how is
Oh
your
yeah.
with the studio? Because most of the musicians you work with are far away. Like Ron is like a way across the pond, and Allison's here close by. But not everybody's close by next door to you. Someone's in
That's
Mexico. Like,
right.
how do you work things? Do you work things out in your own studio and then send it to them, and they
Yeah.
bring it back to lab guys?
I
Or
always start off with the music myself at my end.
okay,
So, I'll do my drums, guitars, come up with the ideas, melodies, ideas. And then what I'll do is once I have that, I'll send it to say like Allison or Ron and, just give them the idea. Okay, this is what I was thinking. And then
right.
even for like Ron, I just let him run with it. Here, this is my idea. Okay, he'll go, oh yeah, that sounds good. Let me mess with it. So next thing you know, a couple days later, here's the song. Like Ron's really, really super fast.
Does yeah, it sounds like that's awesome.
Well,
Does
he
he ever?
releases his own personal stuff too. He's pops
Yes,
them out like candy too, right? So yeah,
like a
yeah. Oh no, he can
like a
write
pest
lyrics. That
dispenser.
man,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, he's
Oh, that's amazing.
great lyrics. Yeah, yeah. And then same with Allison. Like I'll just same thing, same idea. Here's my song idea. I give her some, you know, give her some ideas what I'm thinking, and then I'll just let her run with it. Make it your own.
Does he or she ever send it back and it's kind of maybe not like you were looking for? Do you guys collaborate back and forth, push and pull, or is it basically
Yeah,
I'll
it's
give you
more of
this, you
the
take that, and that's it?
yeah, for definitely for the Allison. Sometimes, can you try a different run?
Right.
She'll do a couple of runs and then send it over. And if it's something that if I have all of a sudden, can you sing lower here, or more of a like a talk box through like sections?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do things like that because they hear that after once it's recorded. She sends it. Oh, I got an idea here. So and they just ask her, oh yeah, no problem. She'll just sing in that spot.
Yeah,
So
because it inspires creativity too. Because maybe she'll do
absolutely.
something and then you'll inspire you to do something else. Like, oh, I actually have a better idea for that, or she'll do something and inspires you,
Correct.
or you'll do something that
Yeah.
inspires her to sing in a different
Yeah.
way without being told. That's the love
That's
of
right.
collaboration, which you don't always get if you're not in the same room. But it sounds like you're making it work, even though
Oh, it
some of you
works
guys are
great.
far away.
Yeah, like the formula we have going on, it works great.
Since she's close by, does she ever come down to your studio or vice versa, or do you still do it
She
virtually?
again, she's super busy. I just fire her off the tracks. I have her set up. I actually have her set up with recording software and everything.
Okay, yeah, because she does cover bands around the local area. She does the
Yeah, she
Marleys,
does.
Marleys, and stuff.
Now
Yeah.
she's into the live music more
Yes,
than
she's
anything.
alive. I have to go catch her out there. She keeps inviting me. I never
Yeah,
go. I got to get out there
yeah,
too. But
yeah.
yeah,
Another fantastic. She's fantastic too. Fantastic to work with. She's easy going.
yeah,
We're both on the same way. Like nothing more than when you have working with other musicians and you're so easy going.
yeah,
To me, it makes a changes everything, and then you get of course you get really good friends after a while doing that kind of thing. So
yeah. I can
yeah.
test. I can attest to you guys are pretty cool people to talk to for sure.
Oh
So
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
Again, like
Not just saying that because you're right here, but yeah, you're
no,
not so bad there, bud.
no, no, definitely down to earth.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I
There's
love
no
it so
ego.
much.
There's no ego
No
trip.
egos here. You check your egos at the studio door. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, no
Oh,
ego
that's
there.
amazing.
Just I'm here for the music. That's
There
what.
you go.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
with the time that we have left here, I don't want to get cut off. So I want to ask you, I guess, basically where people can find. I know everything's online now. So if they're looking for a specific project, or if people are, like me and kind of lazy and just want to find, okay, I want to go to Rocker Hart and then find all his projects in one place. Can people do that?
Yeah, I do have a website that people can check out. It's rockerheart.com,
Okay.
which everything's all my projects are on there. Plus other musicians, there's a lot of variety. So yeah, you can check there. Definitely all your again, any of the bands that we talked about here, any of the projects to talk about, you can
Yeah.
find all that on all your major platforms. So there, and then yeah, check me out at on Facebook too, Rocker Heart.
Yes. Yes,
And
there you
then
are.
always videos stuff being posted in there steady. So got a few more coming this week. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not only you're pumping out music, you're pumping out videos too,
on
like
top of
candy.
it.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it's amazing.
With the Skylith project though, we can usually complete turnaround in 2 weeks usually
Right. Is
for a
that
song.
using the artwork and the AI
That's
stuff that
everything.
kind of helps
Video
you?
completed,
Yeah.
mixed. Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, so working with Ratch, like I said, it's just been absolutely amazing guy, amazing guy. So
Wow.
yeah, high respects for him, for sure. So, but that's what makes half this stuff,
Yeah, enjoyable,
dreamy.
right? You wouldn't do it otherwise. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't do it otherwise. If it was a
Yeah,
chore, you just go back to work, right? You wouldn't do
yeah,
it.
that's right. That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What about because I'm a physical guy, I always like getting physical. What do you have physical media out there for your projects? Like
I do,
you
and
have cassettes? Do you have 8 tracks?
actually mostly CDs. People
Yeah.
still love CDs.
Yes.
So yeah, and you can go downtown on CD place downtown, and right on Bank Street.
Which one is that? Because you can actually buy your
That's
CDs there in the store there. Which one
yeah,
is
the
that?
CDs in the store there.
Do you
Yeah,
remember the name of the record store, CD store?
yeah. CD. Oh my God,
It's not
it's
CD
right in
Warehouse,
Glebe.
is it? I
It's
don't
right
know
in
if
the
that still
Glebe.
exists. I'll have to look it
Yeah,
up because I'll put a link to it on this as well too because people can physically go down there and buy your
yeah,
product if they're in this
that's right.
local area. That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So you can get you got that. And again, still some diehard CD fans,
You're looking
still
and you're
looking for
talking to
that.
one. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes,
So
I know.
when I get a chance, I always buy it, especially
Nice.
if it's local, 100% I'm
Oh
buying.
yeah. Me and
Yeah.
Kevin Matthews going down for our record store trips is amazing. It's a lot of money gone, but it's a great time is had.
That's
So
right.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you sell your CDs on your website as well too, or just at the local record
I
shop?
do. There's a e-commerce on there too as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. So
And you said you have a couple of videos on the go, and you've got some out there already. So can you give me basically before we go a little teaser about the video that you're working on now? It's for the Skylith project, right?
Yeah,
Video.
we have a new song coming out that should be done very shortly.
So the video that you're working on, is it because again you're not with the person all the time? So
Yep.
are you in these videos, or is it just based on storyboards and based on the lyrics you're making like a story, like a little mini movie? How are these videos coming together?
Yeah, that's exactly. So Skylith, again, it's we just took a character
Okay.
and we use the same character all the time for all the videos.
Oh, okay. Like basically
For-
like a mascot or a running theme person, someone who represents like a
Correct,
physical
correct.
character.
And because the music's really based off of her,
Okay.
we direct it all to her.
Okay.
But different for the again for the Synthia stuff. I did a video of it. So
You're in the video for Synthia? I was going to ask you, are you in the videos? Okay. Which one is
that
that?
one? They're still alive and rocking, and you can find that one on my Facebook page.
What's the name of that track?
That's still alive and rocking.
Still Alive and Rocking. Okay.
Yeah,
That's on your Facebook page. Is that
that's
on
on my
YouTube
Facebook. Yeah,
as well too?
and YouTube. You can find it on YouTube as well.
What's your YouTube channel name so people can check that out?
Well,
Is it
each one
Rocker
has
Hart?
its own.
Oh,
its
based
own,
on the band name.
Based on the band name.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Rocker, I appreciate you. I appreciate
Thanks a
you
lot,
joining
buddy.
me here, being here,
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the music, really digging into your past, your present, and your future. Talking the future is
Absolutely,
bright.
yeah.
That's why I wear shades.
Yeah,
And
the tunes will be still coming.
can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to have you back on Paradise City too. We just reshared your episode from way back in the day, like I said, episode 205 when you dropped
Yeah.
by. But I can't wait to have you come back, play some of those 80s rock bands that we talked about, some new stuff, and like different
Awesome.
choices, and have you back on and talk about you again.
Oh, awesome.
If you're down,
Awesome, brother.
if you're down to rock, we'll do
You
some
bet.
talking.
Always in the rock mode.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, buddy.
Okay, pal. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me here, man. This is fantastic.